regular podcast. We have 3 different things going on at one time, just so you know.
We're on all kinds of medium. You can get this on YouTube Live. You can actually see it on YouTube. Even afterwards, you can go check it out. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Amazon. We got Spotify. We got Google. We got Apple. We got a bunch of others. And we got Facebook Live.
Oh, we got a speaker that's going on up there. Okay, so let's start off talking about, so Ryan Walters has an Oklahoma State School Board meeting this week. This is the first meeting since Corngate.
Yeah. Thursday, 9 a.m.
It's early in the morning, so you want to be there at like 8 if you want to protest with us. So we're going to have basically what's called a rally, but it's not a rally. But if you want to come down and see, I'm going to have like 50 shirts that we can sell that day. And then I've got other things to give people. And I've got the church fans.
I got some more. I need to get you some postcards. I'm going to bring, bumper stickers.
Yeah.
I'll bring them by.
Cool.
I'll bring them by. Should have brought them today.
But we'll have a bunch of stuff to give out. And here's the thing. Never get in the way of your enemy making mistakes.
Yeah.
Ever. So this is not a week that we are going to ramp up and I'm going to flip him off or anything. He's already in the doghouse. Yeah. He was hiring a lawyer because to keep himself from getting criminal charges, which if you have to say that, means you're expecting criminal charges.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I will say from my experience with Vicky Behenna, the longer she has the case, the more trouble you're in.
Yeah.
Because she moves pretty quick on
whether something. Pay for that?
Oh, so as long as he has that job, we're all going to pay for it. Now, the thing is we shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. He's an elected official. That was not an official duty.
Yeah.
And we can't prove that he was stroking his, thing.
Yeah.
That would probably disqualify it because that might be a criminal act by state statute. But I don't know where this one ends up. But what a weird way to end your career, because 2 weeks before that or a month before that, we were joking because he was going to announce a run for governor. And it's all off the table.
Yeah, now it's all off the table. So, no funding. I mean, the only thing is he may get Dennis Prager to give him a few $1 million. If Dennis Prager thinks, I can probably get more money from the Oklahoma taxpayer if I do this wackadoodle test.
And Walters will do whatever he says.
Yeah, he will.
I mean, he's proven that he will do whatever the master says.
If you pay him enough money, he'll do whatever you say.
He's a hoe. Yeah. He's a hoe. That guy's just straight up hoe.
Yeah, so that we got the Ryan Walters, that's going on. We got
Gina Nelson town hall tonight, and then I was at a town hall last night. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's go ahead and talk about the Indivisible.
Okay, Indivisible, large organization here that they put together a town hall, but they basically invited Mark Wayne Mullins and James Langford, knowing full well they wouldn't show up. But it's a friendlier audience.
Yeah.
It is Republicans and Democrats and independents, and everybody is pretty polite. And it went well. We were there for about an hour and a half, and they had kind of a staged thing to start with actors, because the actual people weren't there. Yeah. And there was no reason for Langford to ghost them, and no reason for Mark Wayne Mullins to do that. There was nobody in that audience that was going to do anything bad.
Yeah.
They're a pretty moderate group. You and I are not considered moderates, just in case you didn't know that.
I feel pretty moderate. But you know what?
I'm going to go with no, he's not.
I mean, I'm no socialist. I'm not a commie.
Right.
I'm not
that. You're a business person.
I mean, I'm middle of the line there, but I'm very libertarian in my views.
Yeah.
Probably.
Keep government on my back.
I mean, I'm not an anarchist. Don't go that far, but I do believe in freedom. I actually do believe in limited government.
So do I.
And smaller government. Let me have my freedom. Let me do what I want. Don't bring in no National Guard up my butt.
The argument you and I would have with Democrats would be the exact same argument you and I would have with Republicans right now. What is happening in the U.S. right now between D.C., future Chicago, and Los Angeles is definitely government overreach.
Big government.
This is all drama. This guy supposedly brought Doge in and to save money, but yet is parking
cost us more money.
Yeah, parking all these people's young kids out there. And I tell you what, in Chicago, this will not work out like Los Angeles and D.C. They will not be having
it. Not having it.
Right.
He'll start a civil war. That's what he'll do.
Well, I think that's what he wants to do. He's looking for a flashpoint, and I'm not sure how long Trump has to live because he's congenital heart failure. He's got that. He's got cankles. 6 to 8 months, the guy's dead, and then we're stuck with
2 years max.
I'm going to go 6 to 8 months. Is pretty solid knowledge person telling me that. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the professionals.
So he's kind of like Putin at this time. Putin's not in great health either. He's looking for, hey man, my legacy. I need to do something about my legacy.
Yeah, Trump doesn't have a legacy.
He
I
doesn't
mean, he
have
just
a-
doesn't, and his numbers are in the shitter.
They are, man.
So in the shitter, even with his own people.
80% of people, near 80% don't like
Right.
the National Guard because we're a freedom base. We like our autonomy. you
Well,
know?
our older people
That's right.
who are the ones that still answer the phone for
Yeah.
polling, remember Kent State, where they were just gunning down innocent students,
Unarmed.
gunning them down. And then the Chicago Democratic Convention, where they put barbed wire on the front of snowplows and ran them into protesters. I mean, look, though I was a television watcher and in a political household. I didn't miss anything in the 60s.
Wow.
And 68, I believe, is what the Democratic Convention is. For those of you who don't know anything about it, Google it. It is insane, these stuff that the government was pulling. And this was John Daly in Chicago and the feds. It was
Wow.
a combo. So we have to, this past week, I bet I've said over 5 times, this is our last chance to vote for change. Because either way we have to fight. It's whether we have to fight with weapons or fight verbally.
Probably.
And verbally we can still do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long
So
this
getting
goes.
back on
Yeah,
the,
sorry. I got off on a tangent.
we're on the
Indivisible.
town hall deal.
Indivisible.
had their deal.
Ran their deal, and now you and I are probably not their audience, but everybody was really sweet to me and everything, so I don't want anybody to
Good deal.
misunderstand that. But I didn't get up and ask any questions because Mullins and Langford weren't there.
Yeah.
Now, would I have done my famous
Yeah.
thing? Probably.
And we have other town halls going on.
Yeah, oh,
too.
so Gina Nelson, let's talk
Nelson.
about that. So that's tonight, and I can't remember what library it's in, but just go on Twitter, look up Gina Nelson, or
At least she's having one. She's having
Adam
something.
Graham. She is
Well,
not afraid to be in front of the public, and she's got good energy. Look, Stephanie Bice.
Stephanie
said
Bice
she was
is having
gonna-
one too, right? She's doing a town hall. Here's the catch. There's 2 catches to it. There's several catches
Okay,
to it.
well, you go ahead and tell it, and then I'm gonna sit over here and nod
Well,
quietly.
one, she's already canceled 2 events,
Right.
and there's a question whether she's going to cancel this one.
Right.
But one of the deals is this place. Well, this is a safer deal. It's like got a capacity
It's
of
not
23.
even in CD5.
Yeah, it's not even in CD5. It's
Right,
like
what a
across the
joke.
street.
What an
And it's-
absolute
and-
joke.
And it's like a capacity of 23. So the people are already vetted. It's already full.
Yeah.
It's already sold
Yeah, it's
out.
sold out for whatever.
For 23 people. Of course, they vetted them. This is good. This is a friendly audience for Steph Bice, and she can be a fraud, make it look like she actually gave a town hall to people that
Right.
were open to everybody, but it's not. It's not.
Here's the thing I would offer to her. Downtown Public Library.
Yeah.
That's within your district. You gerrymandered the shit out of it. The least you can do is have a town hall in your gerrymandered ass district.
Yeah, I mean, what are you afraid of? You added 11%
you-
more Republicans to your district, you freaking
You know exactly what she's
queen
afraid of.
bee.
So my guess is her lead is cut down to 3 at this point, or she wouldn't have canceled those.
She wouldn't have canceled
Right.
those.
Because Stephanie, she's never lost a race in her life.
Well, she's a sycophant.
Well, and she is actually, I would say different. I'd say she's just a political animal at this point. She's willing to do whatever it takes to stay in office,
Yeah, I mean,
which is exactly who
I'll
we
give her this
don't
much.
want.
She actually did work.
Yeah.
She's got some things through.
Mhm.
She was able to co-author some bills
Uh-huh.
or whatever else as a young,
And she
you know,
did a nice thing for my
representative.
wife on the floor. She
you
did.
know. Yeah, yep, she did.
Right.
She said nice things about
Yeah.
your wife on the floor of the U.S. Congress.
Pretty weird.
So
Yeah.
there you go. But you know, honestly, yeah, I mean,
But her politics just disgust me.
they're icky.
And I'm telling you, the deal is the voting on this is gonna be before the bad parts of the big beautiful bill go in.
Yeah.
And so people need to really understand the bad stuff's coming right after that
Yeah.
election. And
So-
it's purposely set up that
And
way.
there's another town hall going to happen
Yep. Who's that?
with Commissioner Lowe.
Oh,
And that's going to be 6 p.m. at the
it's, oh God.
Midland, I can't even
God.
remember my lines, something, Mount Olive Baptist
No, Baptist
Church.
Church. Okay. You
1024
can find it.
Northeast 42nd
Yeah.
Street, 6 p.m.
Right.
And I didn't write the date down,
Okay.
but you can find it out. He's given one. He's going to talk about the jail. He wants to
Mhm.
talk about property taxes.
Oh, he wants to talk to
He
you.
wants to talk about
He wants
affordable
to
housing.
talk to you.
Oh yeah, because I did a thing at the county at my own city
Ruthless.
council meeting.
Yeah.
Where I ruthlessly
Cheers, my friend.
put it
Cheers for that.
in their butt because
Yeah.
see, War Acres wants to re-up the contract with the jail that killing everybody. So I said, you know, I'm a no vote, and I said, and it's on moral grounds.
Right.
I can't morally send our citizens of War Acres to a jail that's killing people.
And it
They-
was solid. It was a dang good argument.
Yeah.
And then the same lawyer for War Acres was the lawyer at the village where
Yeah.
I was. So he really does have some knowledge about how to make it happen. But
Yeah.
he said, hey, you probably should do this for next year.
Yeah,
Here's the thing I'll say with Jason Lowe. He did vote no on this second jail deal.
He
So
did.
they're going to have 2 jails running,
yeah.
and they can't even afford their first jail, which is the first thing
Yeah, they're
that
gonna
you
have 2 jails
addressed.
at the same time, so they
Yeah.
can't afford the first one, but we're gonna have 2 jails. They can't afford to run the
Right.
one we have, but so now they're gonna have 2.
So there is a place that Miles Davidson goes drinking called Stag. And he was in there 4 hours just getting shit-faced one night, and somebody sent me some info on it. And you go, look, this guy is waking up hungover after making deals. When you're drinking for 4 hours, you're not thinking clearly. If that's when you're
When
cutting
you're
your
drinking, you're
deals,
not thinking clearly.
right? If that's what you're doing on business time, it explains why we're going to end up with 2 jails. I
PSA,
think
kids.
Miles may need to lay off the
I'm gonna
sauce.
say, if there's anything you should avoid in life, it's alcohol.
Booze. There's nothing good comes
There's
from.
nothing good from it. I don't drink, I don't smoke,
Neither do
I
I.
don't do any drugs
Yeah.
that aren't prescribed to me.
Right, neither do
Just
I.
because, I have grandkids, I wanna actually be around
Yeah.
for them. But, and I've seen what alcohol does to people.
It's not good.
Golly,
And-
do something else.
And we do not need our elected officials drunk making deals,
Yeah.
which
that
is
doesn't
how you
work.
end up with 2 jails, for God's sake.
Yeah, so we have Commissioner Lowe gonna do a town hall
Right.
talking about the jail.
So-
And property taxes, there you go, because you know who is in control of property taxes?
The
It's
county.
not Kevin Stitt,
No.
it's your county government.
Right. And they are gonna stick you with a tax bill,
Yeah,
because they are gonna force this thing through.
yeah,
Whether you voted for it or not, you either voted for the people who gerrymandered it, or you got played by the people who gerrymandered
Yeah.
it, one way or another. So here's the deal on Lowe. Lowe's done a good job so far, so I don't wanna discount him, but
Yeah.
he's in a gerrymandered district, which includes the village.
yeah,
By us being gerrymandered into his district means we don't matter, because he doesn't matter.
yeah.
The 2 voters are both red, which is Brian Mon and Miles
Miles
Davidson. And
Sure.
they have gerrymandered themselves, they could stay there forever. So Miles Davidson's been at the county 20 years, Brian Mon's been at the county 20 years. They both suck. They're horrible at their jobs. Their whole job is just to run a jail.
Yeah,
It has been a fiasco from day one.
they've been able to run it.
Yeah.
And now the
Yeah.
county's broke, we
Yeah.
got,
But they're building a new jail.
we have a county courthouse where one elevator might
Right.
work.
Yeah, it's just, I mean,
They might have to shut it down 2 months early,
And-
because they don't have funding to run it.
and we
That's
got
and that's not the
yeah.
jail, that's the county courthouse.
a guy drinking for 4 hours,
And think about
making
this,
deals.
this is the biggest county, population wise and money wise coming in than any county in Oklahoma, and it's broke.
Yeah.
That tells you something. That ought to tell you about the ineptitude, if not the corruption going on. When you have a county that takes in more money than anybody else, but it's broke.
And I don't understand how they can't run things better. And look, this getting the jail turned over to the jail trust and all this stuff is a catastrophe.
Yeah.
And once again, that needs to end before we have 2 jails for the jail trust to mismanage.
Yeah,
And here's the deal, I will tell you, there's decent people in the jail trust right now.
yeah.
They can't fix something that other people who handle
Clay
the
Bennett's
money
still on
strings.
there.
Clay Bennett still runs the whole deal. He was in charge of, God, what's the name of the deal where all the different law enforcement people go meet and 100% agree on stuff. It's a joke. I mean, it is literally a
Clay
joke.
Bennett,
Yeah.
so come to find out, he owns the Thunder, but he doesn't
Still.
run the day-to-day operations, and
So
there's a reason why.
His sister-in-law was in charge of the jail trust originally. And then he was in charge of whatever the CJAC. CJAC. So yes, he's still involved.
Kind of just want to bring him a
I don't
paper
think
bag and say, hey, could you do me a favor and manage your way out of this?
I don't think his health is good. So I think eventually we get rid of him, just health purposes.
Yeah.
Look, all these people are aging out and they're holding on to things like it's 1950. And look, what we need are some new young blood with some better ideas and possibly some stuff like, so Donald Trump wanted to get rid of cash bail in Washington, D.C. Cash bail has worked in Washington, D.C. It's actually an excellent example of how it works.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is what we need here, but nobody will do that because somebody has to make money off the people in the jail, which is your deal. So
Yeah.
if the jail is broke and you don't send more people there, that's less income coming in for them. That's why they try to stick you guys, with no other options.
yeah.
So, all right,
What
enough
else we got?
ranting.
Well, so
I
what else-
don't really, so I want
I
people to
got,
shut
I got
this
2
meeting.
things
You got
that we
like
can
3
talk
minutes.
about.
What do you want to talk about?
We got, well, one, I want to do my PSA probably at the end.
Okay,
we got ours attacking the First Amendment, right and left. But it's not something new. I mean, they've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 years pretty consistently. When you look at all the book banning, when you look at all the expression banning, when you look at, Kevin Stitt signed this order that says you can't do drag in public. So I'm wondering, so here's my idea. Here's what I want to do. I would love to put on a Shakespeare play, like either Twelfth Night, or I would like to do Merry Wives of Windsor, and do it in the park for free, and see if they don't shut us down, because you see those two plays, or even Two Gentlemen of Verona, very funny, one of his first plays, see, because those have cross-dressing in it.
Yep.
And Twelfth Night even has a count who falls in love with a woman, but she's trans as a man at the time, so there's gay kind of innuendo in there too. So I wonder if he'd shut that down, because I just want to. That's the thing about Republicans, right? You know, they want to the First Amendment, and that's not it. You know, they want to pull the licenses of people. They can't do it because of the Fairness Doctrine. You know, so now they have to put the Fairness Doctrine. Here's
the thing. So Ryan Walters, the biggest proponent of anti-trans, anti-gay, all this stuff, ends up playing with his tool, watching. I mean,
and it's down the list. It's not just press. It's not just expression. It's just not speech. It's also association. They want to stop you from associating with other liberals, with other Democrats, being able to assemble, which is all First Amendment stuff. They want to really put an end to that.
Well, talk to me a little bit about where you see and once again, Trump's days are numbered. And I'm not saying like we're going to get him out of office. He's going to die. I think it's fair.
Natural causes.
Yeah.
He looks
awful. On his way out, he wants to bash. So he's only gone into cities where the state has somebody that can run for president. Pritzker's a billionaire. Yeah. He's going to run from Illinois, and he's an excellent speaker, and he sounds homey for being that rich. Yeah. Gavin Newsom is the movie star version of what you want for a president. It really is. He has all the stuff. And his professional trolling of Trump has been...
It has sucked the oxygen out of all the rooms, even to the point that Ryan Walters has taken notice, like, hey, my oxygen.
Right.
I got to get in on this
too. I can't be seen, man. I can't be seen. So when McMahon, who's the wrestling lady, was in Oklahoma, Kevin Stitt, Ryan Walters had paid to be on Fox News. That's where he supposedly was out of town paying with our money to be on Fox News with some BS that nobody cares about.
Yeah, so he wasn't invited to the show. But you know, Chuck McCall was, who's not in office, but he's running for governor.
So if you ever listen to him speak about anything, because he's like, well, we're going to make the State Department of Ed do this. And you go, you didn't do that when you were in office. Chuck's got money, and he's from around Atoka. He doesn't have the look of a governor. He doesn't have the sound of a governor. And he doesn't have the background of a governor. Like, he has no backbone or spine.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He proved that.
No spine.
Proved that when he was Speaker of the House. And people, when you have a position of authority like that, everyone comes to you and you think you're important.
Yeah.
And when you leave, you're not important. No one cares.
Nathan Dahm came out and said all those ugly things about Kamala Harris. It was, this will not be tolerated. There will be consequences. And what were the consequences?
Zero.
Made him look like a total wimp. His own Republicans made him look like a coward. And after that,
it was over.
It's over.
Treat's best asset is his wife, Marissa.
I guess so.
She's really and truly, I like her.
Oklahoma County Clerk.
And it's a non-political job, and she does a good job with it. Every time we needed stuff, she got it done.
Good deal. And we got a minute left here.
1 minute.
PSA time, guys. Here we go. For the 6th or 7th time this year. PSA, OG&E is going to raise rates again. Yeah. So we talked about this not 2 months ago. They're raising it. So here you go. They want to put in some new power stations, and that costs money, and they don't want to spend their own for it, even though they're making like $500 million a year in profit.
Come on, man.
So we're going to have a 60-cent increase beginning in November. And then after this thing's built over the next few years, it will end up being $4.81 a month increase in your electric bill, so that OG&E
sounds like the turnpike. Sounds like the turnpike.
So this is literally like the 5th or 6th time this year.
What's the guy's
name?
This
year that they're raising rates.
What's the guy's name that got caught feeling up the other guy? Yeah, Todd Hyatt needs to quit.
Yeah.
Because that's why they're able to do all this.
Corporation Commission.
They got Todd Hyatt by the gonads.
They got them all by the money, you know, because OG&E,
15 seconds.
They all have money to throw around, and these people are willing to give them anything they want. We'll see you guys.
See ya. I love
was a good show.
I love the burning Todd High